Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, salam Ramadan. Anda sedang menonton Agenda Awani secara langsung dari Studio Awani Bukit Kuangan Kuala Lumpur. Dan malam ini saya ingin berbahasa Inggeris. Kadang-kala saya masih lagi berbahasa seperti biasa kerana saya ada tetamu yang hebat malam ini. Tentunya rakan saya yang sentiasa cemburukan beliau kerana beliau bekerja dengan Astro TV IQ dan juga dengan Oh My English dan sebagainya, boleh pergi ke New York dan Manhattan. Saudari Sharifah Nuraidah Said Ismail, penolong naib Presiden Astro TV IQ. And of course I would like to welcome Elizabeth Lee, pengarah eksekutif kanan, semua paling kanan hari ini di Astro Awani from Sunway Education Group. Kerana kita nak cakap bahasa Inggeris, kita akan buat dua bahasa malam ini. Mungkin ramai yang mengetahui bahawa perdebatan persepsi sama ada kemahiran berbahasa Inggeris di Malaysia ni memuaskan, tidak memuaskan sederhana masih lagi berlangsung. Kadang-kadang kita ada penarafan antarabangsa yang mengatakan bahawa antara sebab Malaysia berada dalam rangkaian teratas dalam sesuatu senarai itu kerana kemahiran berbahasa Inggeris. Pelancong pun boleh bertanya siapa jua dan mereka boleh mendapat bantuan bahasa Inggeris. Kadang-kadang kita pergi pula penarafan lain dan kemahiran itu dikatakan paling bawah. Antaranya contohnya seperti bakal-bakal majikan, MEF dan sebagainya mengatakan kadang-kadang kita ambil pekerja yang dapat A bahasa Inggeris tapi dia tak boleh bercakap bahasa Inggeris. Itu semua kalau anda ikuti inisiatif yang akan saya bincangkan ini, mungkin sesuatu yang tidak lagi akan berlaku kerana sekarang ada pelbagai cara kreatif untuk kita menjadikan kemahiran bahasa Inggeris itu bukan hanya sesuatu yang perlu dipelajari, tapi yang menarik untuk dikuasai. Oleh itu mungkin saya nak bercakap tentang saya dulu waktu saya belajar tak ada nak dapat beasiswa kerana pandai tulis esei dan sebagainya. Tapi kini anda berpeluang, you've got it made if you enter this initiative and you win something. Okay, I would like to bring in Elizabeth first before I go to Sharifah. You know, it's a no-brainer that English is very important. I mean, for the Sunway Group itself, Sunway Education Group, that is part and parcel of your everyday life. And I've been to a series of discussion, lecture series there, and you bring in top international speakers, and of course, they'll converse in English. But it's not enough just saying that you must learn. Maybe it needs to be a way of life. And for it to be in a way of life, maybe we need to find creative ways where our students can just not focus for English for exam, but actually use English as a tool that makes it fun, that makes them investing in their future. For example, right now, when they are still in school. I'll let you do the honors of presenting the initiative.
Well, our initiative is an English essay competition. It is organized by Sunway jointly with the Oxford and Cambridge Society of Malaysia, and which is made up of all the alumni from Oxford and Cambridge University who are residing in Malaysia. And this initiative is to encourage writing in English throughout all the secondary schools. And to make it more exciting, of course, we're partnering with Astro, Oh My English, so that we can promote it through Oh My English, which is the perfect channel for such an endeavor.
Do you think that some students now look at English only as a subject, that it becomes so boring when it can be so exciting?
You ask me, I always think English is highly exciting.
Have you come across the younger generation that looks at it as a chore, you know, a subject that they have to go through?
Maybe if you teach it as a subject, then it becomes like a subject you have to pass in exams. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be, like you rightly say, it should be a way of life. It should be a communication tool. So to write beautifully in English, for example, through this competition, Form 1 to Form 3, and then you have Form 4 to Form 5, where they compete and write about something topical. To begin with, we will be on the subject of smoking, or rather anti-smoking. So there is also a moral
equation to the whole thing.
Yes, to the whole thing, so that people think about the problems that arise when you smoke. You know,
because
you dirty
the language
the
is just a
environment.
medium. It's the thoughts that we want to
yes.
see.
So we want them to convey their thoughts and to also talk about it with their friends, with their families as they write this essay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I want to go to Saudari Sharifah. Oh, my English mengambil bahasa Inggeris yang ada kelompok melihatnya sebagai susah dan menjadikannya sebegitu dekat di hati. Bagaimana cara itu boleh digunakan untuk pertandingan esei ni?
Itu sebabnya pasal Oh My English memang approach kita approach mengajar English secara komedi. So tapi kita gunakan situasi dalam kelas. You know, jadi semua student diorang biasa dalam kelas. So jadi kita gunakan simulasi bersama.
Okay.
Jadi even masa kita nak perkenalkan esei, kami gunakan salah satu daripada episod tu. Kita gunakan Hans Nazek sebagai untuk promote dia.
Okay.
Dia kononnya datang sebagai guru ganti. You know, bila dia masuk kelas pun dia tanya okay, do you want to write essays? And budak-budak, you know, naturally budak cakap, oh, tak nak dah.
Essay boring lah.
Boring lah cikgu. You know,
no
semua
offense.
Tapi kita gunakan tu. Lepas tu, jadi masa tu Hans Zazek jadi sebagai guru, dia cakap, okay, saya tahu boring. Saya pun tak suka tulis. Jadi kan dia macam ikut rentak budak.
Okay.
Lepas tu dia cakap, tapi kalau you write essay, you menang. Nak tak? Cikgu budak semua cakap, yeah, tak. So, jadi kita gunakan tu, jadikan budak-budak pun dekat luar tu dia tahu macam even orang My English pun Hasan Zat pun tak suka tulis esei, tapi pasal kita ada throw in a bit of incentive.
Okay.
Jadi semuanya macam macam
itu saya nak sambung lepas ni, kita pergi rehat dahulu.
Okay.
Tapi esei tak semestinya bosan. Kerana saya pun kadang-kadang suka minta siapa yang nak masuk kerja dengan Awan ini menghantar tulisan satu buku surat je, type dalam email dan hantar pandangan tentang perkara-perkara tertentu. Dan dia tak semestinya, baru-baru ni ada seorang yang di Terung Ramah tu, dia menjadikan perkara itu sebagai macam satu lakonan yang ada watak antagonis, ada watak protagonis. Dan dia masih lagi dalam bentuk esei, tapi cuma dalam format yang berbeza. Jadi kreativiti itu yang saya nak hubungkan. Kerana saya lihat di TVIQ dengan My English misalnya, dia sebenarnya tentang apa lagi cara kreatif kita boleh bercakap tentang bahasa Inggeris. Dan kita ambil yang sukar itu, kita jadikan dia menarik dan senang. And of course, I would like to tap into the vast experience and network of the Sunway Group to look at this, because if it's an enabling tool, imagine the doors that can be opened. You know, it might just be an essay competition, but if you win that prize, not only does it cover your first iPhone 5S, plus the prepaid for 1 year, I think, if I calculate it correctly, you might also be guaranteed scholarship already.
Yes.
Right? So,
you will.
kita bincangkan semua tu selepas ni. Bagaimana dengan hanya satu inisiatif ketika anda masih di bangku sekolah? Anda bukan saja menyelesaikan masalah, tidak perlu meminta ibu bapa anda bersusah payah untuk membelikan anda gadget yang anda sukai, tetapi juga menjamin bahawa anda boleh pergi ke satu institusi pengajian tinggi yang cukup terkemuka. Itulah yang anda boleh lakukan. Ini hasil kerjasama kreatif di antara Sunway Education Group dengan Astro TV IQ, di mana dengan menggunakan populariti Oh My English, tokoh seperti Hen Isaac boleh menggalakkan anda untuk ringan tulang dan keluarkan idea-idea kreatif yang saya percaya semua pelajar di 10,000 lebih sekolah yang ada di Malaysia ni sebenarnya kreatif, tapi macam mana nak keluarkan itu saja. Itu kita boleh nanti bercakap dengan lebih lanjut. But before I go there, with all the nice numbers thrown out for the winners, I'd like to ask Elizabeth, from your experience, you know, I always say this, that language is the medium. It will open up doors for you if you care to invest your time and effort in it.
Especially in the digital age, English is very important.
So, have you seen you know, it's always nice to have one or two specific examples of, you know, somebody who has embraced that and now they are way ahead from where they thought they could be.
I must tell you about our very
Please share.
first essay winner. You know who he is?
I don't really.
Amir Mohammed.
Amir Mohammed was the first winner?
I would like to think that...
Damn, that's your secret that you never shared.
I would like to think that we were inspiring him at a much younger age to write. And he... Even when he came, his essay was way ahead of everyone else. And so we knew that this was a writer in the making.
That bit of critical, rebellious streak must have been from you. Amir, don't kill me for this. Saya nak terus kepada Sharifah dalam hal ini kerana dia berada di atas platform Astro juga, maka kita akan gunakan kelebihan teknologi Astro itu. Jadi tolong kongsikan. Kerana mungkin mereka tak dapat mengikutinya, mak bapak dia pun pergi ke masjid sebagainya malam ni, tetapi dengan hanya menekan satu butang ada semua maklumat.
Kalau menekan red button saja, kita dah letak semua information pasal essay competition ni. Jadi kan dia memudahkan para penonton as well. Pasal kadang-kadang tak semua penonton akan ada online, you know, pasal ada jadi kita gunakan kemudahan, semuanya ada di red button.
Cara nak masuk macam mana,
cara nak masuk, nak menang apa, soalan dia apa, semua ada kat situ. Kemudian tu saya fahamkan daripada Elizabeth tadi pun essay competition ni melalui online. Melalui online ini pun kita boleh leverage dengan Oma English. Pasal Oma English kita memang kita gunakan online, kita punya network untuk promote semua benda ni. Saya nak kat sini lah pasal Facebook kita ada lebih 600,000 fans. You know, Twitter kita ada 100,000 followers. So kita gunakan media-media ini untuk promotekan Oma English dan juga essay tu supaya mereka tahu macam mana nak masuk, macam mana nak apa ni semua, dan of course boleh tengok episod yang ada Hans Isaac tu, pasal dia bagi tips juga dekat hujung episod tu macam mana nak tulis esei-esei yang
apa
bagus.
Apa yang digendaki. Itu kalau campur dengan pengikut-pengikut media digital awani tu ramai. Tak apa, nanti kita habis ni kita cakap pasal tu. I would like to go back to Elizabeth and you know, maybe Amir Mohammed has served
during his time, it wasn't online, but now we have improved everything. So with the Sunway Oxbridge essay competition, students are going to be writing directly, you know, sending their essays through www.sunway.edu.my/essay. So that's how they will enter the competition.
Based
Very
on
easy.
the benchmark set by thank you or not. No thank you to Amir Mohammed, no thanks to him. What kind of benchmark are you looking at? Because I'm sure you have expectations for this time. You know, what are you really looking for? That glimpse of, you know, untapped potential or already maturity in terms of thought process?
We are looking for the thinking mind.
Okay.
We would like to look at the thought processes, the creativity of the child, the ability to use language, but to use language in a creative way, the ability to think about social issues.
Okay. You're asking for a holistic person.
Of course, yes.
At the age of what, 13, 14, 15, 16?
Oh, the children nowadays are very smart.
You think so?
Yes.
That's what you're betting that you're going to get from this?
Yes, I know so.
I know our new viewers are exactly like that already. They just need to send in and that's it. But
yes, send in, please.
Maybe it's not just about the prize money, which is a lot. I think it covers 2 iPhone 5s. Not that I'm an Apple spokesperson. But it also covers a waiver of tuition fees and stuff.
A bursary.
Yeah, bursary.
Scholarship.
So I'm sure this is a very creative way of the Sunway Education Group getting the best of talents that Malaysia have.
We want to nurture them to become the best and to play amongst the best in the world.
You could have taken the easy way out and just take the best students, the all A's, but that's not enough anymore, is it? You want
all
creativity.
A's is not enough.
Yes.
You must be able to think. you must be able to think about wider issues, about how you're going to impact the world to make the world a better place.
And the new school-based assessment system is also like this.
Yeah.
You know, for first time, the year 3 in secondary school, they're already doing, I think the deadline maybe, if I'm not mistaken, this week or already passed, maybe a few days, that they have to send their assignment to be graded because there's no more PMR. So, you know,
PT3,
yeah, PT3. So this is a good exercise which will give you 2 iPhones again. I would like to say that if you manage to convince your parents. But let's go for the last break, and when we are back, I want maybe Elizabeth to share with us more on where do you put, because I'm sure you don't benchmark Sunway Education Group with just the local institutions. You know, you already have Oxbridge. By the way, the name is Sunway Oxbridge Essay Competition 2014, so that some people behind the camera will be excited. Just saying it. But also, you know, because you can be locally trained and locally exposed, but you can be global in your thinking mindset. I guess,
Absolutely.
yes. So let's discuss more about that.
We're targeting the students from the Malaysian schools.
Okay. How would Sunway Education Group empower you? Because we don't want just to go there and be a student. We want to be leaders. So how are they looking at their curriculum and stuff? And how will they work more with creative outfits like Oh My English, for example? Right after this short break. Oh My English. I have never been asked by Oh My English to follow them to New York or wherever else they go, nice places around the world. But one of the key person behind it is here with me. Thank you, Sharifah, for making time to be here. And Elizabeth Lee, very important person. If you pass by this campus in Sunway and you look at the nice building, all these good adverts they always have, Elizabeth is the person. And we're talking about one initiative called Sunway Oxbridge Essay Competition, pertandingan Sunway Oxbridge Essay 2014. Kalau anda masuk, anda boleh menang pelbagai perkara, tapi saya rasa yang lebih penting lagi, ia membuka ruang untuk anda memperbaiki diri dan mendapat ilmu-ilmu baru. In that context, I would like to ask Elizabeth, because it's very clear that Sunway Education Group, when you look at the whole input into the system that you have, you want a very holistic human being. You don't want the straight A's, but they just study for exam. You ask them to explain certain stuff to people, they wouldn't even be able to know where to start. So you don't want that. You want them at the same time to be aware of the environment, be aware of people around them, to help society even while they are still in school. So if they go to the Sunway Education Group institutions, how would you develop this? How would you polish these raw gems that we have even more? Because maybe if they win, then they get in. But getting in is just the first step. So what else would you be developing from there?
Our main aim is to nurture leaders, future leaders, who will penetrate the world. We're not looking at just students who will be here, because in the future, our people will be all over.
Yes.
And hence, it's important for us to be able to train students who are able to operate anywhere in the world, whether it's in the US, whether it's in the UK, China for that matter. Yes. So, the importance of being able to immerse themselves in various cultures and be thoughtful, be mindful of what's going on, and to be able to integrate and to work at that international level.
And even the composition of the campus now is very metropolitan and global.
No, it's very international. Yeah. We have students coming from almost 100 different countries, and 1/3 of the students are international.
That's why I want to go to Sharifah, because Oh My English has gone to a lot of places, you know, America, for example. US Embassy until now is talking to me about, oh, my English, we like them so much. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. But what enables, I think, it enables more is when you're at Manhattan Island, at Central Park, and you're just looking at the park from the language perspective. What do you do here? Benda-benda macam tu yang mungkin, kerana kita bukan saja nak menarik minat pelajar yang telah pun boleh berbahasa Inggeris, tetapi yang tidak begitu mesra dengan bahasa Inggeris pun, marilah cuba. Kerana it starts with trying.
Yeah. Itu yang in a way kalau tengok kita approach dengan My English, even karakter dia cakap dalam English, tapi kan kita serapkan nilai jangan takut mencuba. Pasal dalam My English, kalau diorang cakap salah, diorang akan perbetulkan sama sendiri ataupun cikgu akan betulkan. Dan setiap salah yang kita sebutkan, yang kita lakukan dalam My English, kita ada learning capsule dekat ujung dia, beritahu, okey, ini salah. Macam saya rasa I think semua orang pun kena ingat chop dulu kan. Kita cakap chop salah, stem salah. Jadi benda-benda macam tu yang kita ketengahkan dalam pembelajaran dalam My English. Kemudian of course ada extended learning dekat website. So tapi idea My English is kita nak suruh orang kata tengoklah, jangan risau nak mencuba. Cuba. Pasal kalau tak mencuba, you tak berjaya macam tu kan. Jadi saya rasa sama juga dengan penulisan esei ni.
Yes, with the
cuba.
essay.
Cuba,
You
jangan
must
cuba.
try. You must try because
tak tahu.
it's not about writing perfect English. It isn't. It's about the thought process.
Yes.
Are you thinking deeply about this subject? That's why the initial heats, as we call it, students will be writing the essay and sending it in online.
Okay.
But when they are shortlisted, they will come together. They will sit down together to write like an essay test.
Okay.
And that is when we are not necessarily looking at perfect English, but we're looking at the thought processes.
Okay.
So everyone should try. Please, send your...
It's lifelong learning, right?
Yeah.
That must be the way for us to go.
Yeah.
So when you're going to have a category for people who have gone past schools, for postgraduate bursary, for example. So that's my thought process delivered to Elizabeth.
You want to write an essay?
Not me. There are a lot of viewers out there. Give them a chance. If they have first degree, get them to do masters. If they have masters, get them
definitely.
to do PhDs.
They can write anytime. We have masters and PhDs, so we will welcome adult students. Kamaru, you coming?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, and I would like to go and join My English too whenever they would want me.
Yes, of course.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Terima kasih banyak, Saudari Sharifah.
So we look forward to a lot of entries.
Yes, definitely.
Nanti bila dah ada, kita boleh datang sini kembali dan mungkin letak seorang lagi daripada kumpulan Oxbridge yang hebat tu dan datang sini dan berbincang perkara ini. Terima kasih banyak kepada anda. Hantarkan pandangan anda sendiri tentang perkara ini, tentang kemahiran bahasa Inggeris atau bagaimana nak menulis esei yang bagus pun hantarkan saja Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, ataupun terus saja muat turun aplikasi Mudah Alih Esrawani di gadget Mudah Alih anda. Sekian, selamat malam, terima kasih dan jangan lupa 8 Ogos 1 petang adalah tarikh tutup. Jika anda mahu pastikan anda berpeluang belajar di Sunway, tempat yang bukan saja boleh belajar, boleh juga melepaskan stres. Sekian, selamat malam, terima kasih, jumpa lagi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.